Imagine uncovering secrets buried for thousands of years. From ancient rituals to everyday life, these new findings are rewriting history. This month, we've unearthed incredible artifacts that reveal surprising details about our ancestors' lives, beliefs, and cultures. Each discovery paints a vivid picture of the past, bringing us closer to understanding the mysteries that shaped human civilization. Curious about what we found? Watch till the end to uncover the latest archaeology news. Imagine digging up history in your backyard. That's exactly what happened at Carlisle Cricket Club. During their annual excavation, archaeologists hit the jackpot. They uncovered a rare chunk of Tyrion Purple dye. This is big news. On May 3, 2024, Ben Mader and Jonathan Swingler of BBC reported the discovery. This isn't just any dye. This is Tyrion Purple, used by Roman elites almost 2,000 years ago. To put it in perspective, it took about 12,000 snails just to make 2 grams of this precious pigment. Lead archaeologist Frank Gaieko couldn't contain his excitement. He said it's the first time Tyrion Purple had been found in the UK. It's roughly the size of a ping-pong ball and was discovered at the site of a Roman bathhouse, found back in 2017. Since then, over 2,000 items have been unearthed, including pottery, weapons, coins, and semi-precious stones. This dye, however, stands out. Worth more than gold in ancient times, it was used to dye the robes of the highest figures in the imperial court. Made from the glands of marine snails, the collection and processing were incredibly labor-intensive. No wonder it was so valuable. The dye was often mixed with beeswax to preserve it, and it adorned ancient Greek and Roman textiles and wall paintings. The discovery was actually made in October, but it took months of chemical analysis to confirm it was indeed Tyrion Purple. Alongside this, semi-precious gems from signet rings were found, most likely lost by bathers in the steam. This year's excavation at Carlisle, starting May the 7th, promises even more exciting finds. Volunteers will be digging until June 17th, hoping to unearth more pieces of history. Ready for another fascinating find? Let's dive into Germany's culinary past. Recent pottery residue research is revealing how people in central Germany cooked and ate, from the early Neolithic to the Bronze Age. Oliver Dietrich and his team at the State Office for Heritage Management and Archaeology Saxony-Anhalt, along with scientists from the Autonomous University of Barcelona, have analyzed 124 pottery vessels. Their study, published in PLOS ONE, explored dietary habits over thousands of years by examining ancient lipid residues in these vessels. This is the largest data set for the region, and the results are intriguing. The analysis shows a marked increase in dairy consumption starting in the Middle Neolithic period. Small cups and amphorae from this time almost always contained dairy fats, suggesting they were used specifically for milk-based foods. Interestingly, pots from the corded ware culture of the 3rd millennium BCE contained a variety of fats, including those from pigs. This contradicts earlier theories that these vessels were used for drinking beer. Instead, they suggest a diverse diet, including both ruminant and non-ruminant animal products. In the early Bronze Age, the Unatitsa culture's pottery was more standardized. Yet, these vessels held a wide range of food residues, from animal fats to plant oils. This indicates a multifunctional use, despite the uniform appearance of the pottery. The study also sheds light on funerary practices. For example, carinated beakers found in bell beaker burials near the Palmelty enclosure often contain dairy residues, possibly indicating a ritual use of milk products. This groundbreaking research not only reveals dietary changes over millennia, but also highlights the complex relationship between food and pottery. Let's travel to Norway, where researchers have brought a Stone Age man back to life. Well, almost. Meet the Hitra Man, a 25-year-old from 4,000 years ago. In 1916, road workers on the island of Hitra stumbled upon human bones while gathering gravel. These remains belonged to a young man who lived at the very end of the Stone Age. His bones were found in what used to be a seabed, suggesting he drowned. Alongside his skeleton, a dagger and an arm guard were discovered, hinting at a possible warrior. The arm guard, designed to protect the wrist from a bowstring, suggests he might have been involved in archery. Whether his death was due to combat or an accident remains a mystery. The period he lived in was turbulent. Agriculture was just becoming established in Norway. Previously, people were mainly hunter-gatherers. This shift brought new settlers who introduced farming and new societal structures. These changes likely led to conflicts with the indigenous population. Despite being found underwater, the Hitra Man's diet was mainly land-based. Isotope analysis of his bones shows he ate little seafood. His DNA is currently being studied to reveal more about his life and origins. We already know he was about 169 centimeters tall, fair-haired, and blue-eyed. His remains are part of ongoing research, shedding light on a dramatic era in Scandinavian history. Researchers are eager to learn more about his life and the societal changes he witnessed. From Norway to China, let's uncover another ancient mystery. Imagine stumbling upon two skeletons, each missing part of a leg. That's what researchers found in central China, shedding light on an old harsh practice, punitive amputation. These skeletons, discovered in Sanmenxia City, date back over 2,000 years to the Eastern Zhou dynasty. Each man had about 1/5 of his lower leg amputated, a punishment for crimes like deceit, theft, or fleeing duties. This practice, known as yui, was just below the death penalty in severity. Both men were likely aristocrats. Their high-status burial, with 2-layered coffins and grave goods, confirms their elite position. Isotope analysis showed that they had protein-rich diets, typical of the upper class. These clues suggest that they were low-level officials. What's fascinating is the precision of their amputations. Each leg showed signs of healing, indicated they lived for years after the punishment. One man's leg even showed more bone deterioration, suggesting he survived longer. This points to a well-established protocol for amputation and post-surgery care. The context of their lives was turbulent. This period saw the introduction of agriculture in central China, leading to social upheavals and conflicts. New settlers brought new ways, and the indigenous people had to adapt or face harsh penalties. These amputations weren't just medical procedures, they were meant to shame and impair. While the practice officially ended during the Han Dynasty, evidence suggests it lingered much longer. Now, let's delve into a chilling discovery from the Iron Age. Imagine a young woman sacrificed in a ritual thousands of years ago. That's what researchers at Bournemouth University believe they found at Winterbourne, Kingston, Dorset. Back in 2010, archaeologists unearthed the skeleton of a woman in her late 20s. She was lying face down on a carefully arranged bed of animal bones, a clear sign of something unusual. Further examination revealed she had been fatally stabbed in the neck. Her spine showed signs of hard labor, and her ribs were broken. Isotope analysis of her teeth indicated she grew up more than 20 miles away. These clues paint a grim picture. The combination of her injuries, her working life, and the way she was buried suggests she was a victim of human sacrifice. This is rare physical evidence of such rituals in Iron Age Britain. The researchers have been studying this site for 15 years. They've found other burials where the deceased were treated with respect. But this woman's burial was different, hinting at a dark and violent end. This discovery offers a glimpse into the past, revealing the harsh realities of ancient societies. It's a sobering reminder of the brutal customs that once prevailed. From the cold of Iron Age Britain to the warmth of Mexico, our next discovery takes us to the ancient Maya civilization. Imagine stumbling upon centuries-old tools used for beekeeping. That's exactly what happened during the construction of the Maya train in Quintana Roo. Archaeologists from the National Institute of Anthropology and History found a remarkable cache of ancient beekeeping tools. These tools, uncovered in southern Quintana Roo, support the idea that the Maya practiced beekeeping across a broader region than previously thought. Among the finds were 3 limestone lids for jobans, hollow logs used to house Melipona beechi hives. These bees, known as Ixunin Cob in the Mayan language, were sacred to the Maya. The lids date back to the post-classic period, AD 950 to 1539, a time when the Yucatan Peninsula was a hub for honey production. One of the lids was well preserved, while the others showed signs of erosion. Initially mistaken for part of a wall, these lids revealed an ancient meliponary, an apiary for cultivating the Melipona bees. Honey from these bees was crucial for the Maya, used in ceremonies as food and as a trade item. Alongside the beekeeping tools, archaeologists found other artifacts, including ceramics, stone tools, and a star-shaped shell bead. These items suggest the area was a housing complex for communities near major ceremonial sites like Chichobin and Los Limones. This discovery is part of a larger trend of significant archaeological finds along the Maya train route. Since construction began in 2021, numerous artifacts have surfaced, turning this project into one of Mexico's greatest archaeological treasures in recent decades. Let's journey to southwest China's Yunnan province, where ancient manuscripts reveal the spread of Confucian wisdom over 2,000 years ago. In 2023, archaeologists unearthed bamboo and wooden slips at the Hebesuo site in Kunming. These slips, known as jiandu, contain passages from the Analects of Confucius. This collection of sayings from the ancient Chinese philosopher had reached the southwestern region shortly after the Han Dynasty established Yizhou Prefecture. The Hebesuo site, once the capital of the Dian Kingdom and later an administrative hub during the Han Dynasty, offered a treasure trove of historical artifacts. The excavations covered 1,000 square meters, revealing building foundations, roads, houses, pottery shards, tombs, and nearly 700 artifacts. Among these were over 300 seal imprints and over 300 bamboo slips with diverse writings. These slips included official notices, correspondence, judicial documents, household records, and classical texts. They provide valuable insights into administrative divisions, ethnic relations, transportation, and the official tax and judicial systems of the time. This find marks a significant event in the history of bamboo slip discoveries in China. The documents reveal how the Han Dynasty extended its administrative systems to the region, spreading Confucian classics and mainstream ideology. This played a crucial role in the development of the Southwest and the establishment of a unified multi-ethnic nation. Excavators also uncovered the bases of 6 large building pillars, likely foundations of a significant official building. These bases, forming an L shape, spanned about 20 meters long and 15 meters wide, constructed from a mix of earth and snail shells. Nearby, construction fragments added to the evidence of a grand structure. Additionally, a 12-meter wide road extending from a previously discovered road in 2021 was uncovered. This road, paved at least 3 times, dates to the Weijin period. It was likely a main thoroughfare within Yizhou Prefecture. As archaeologists continue their work, the layout of Yizhou Prefecture gradually comes into view, offering more clues about this ancient city. That wraps up our exciting discoveries for today. If you enjoyed this journey through history, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update on our latest archaeological finds.